Good morning. The world is watching as the leadership of our so-called elite colleges and universities continue to fail to condemn anti-Semitism and protect Jewish students on campus. Just look at the abject failure of Columbia's president to enforce their own code of conduct that they gave lip service to during the recent education and workforce hearing. Last night, the pro-Hamas anti-Semitic mob took over an academic building. The university leadership has lost complete control. It is a disgrace and it is untenable, and we as House Republicans will hold them to account.
We desperately need, the country needs clear moral authority. We need the President of the United States to speak to the issue and say, this is wrong. What's happening on college campuses right now is wrong. It is un-American. It is not who we are. The President seems unable or unwilling to do that. The first responsibility of an administrator on a university campus is the safety and security of their students. If one fails in that obligation, they have failed entirely. Columbia is out of control. In the last several hours, overnight, I think they overtook a campus building. They're occupying a building now. They're unable to operate the university at a time when the students are preparing for their final exams. It's unfair, it's unright, it's unsafe, and it must stop. So we called for the police to come in and take care of it. If they're unable, then we need the National Guard. We have to have control of campuses. This is a common sense matter. The American people understand it. The crowd in Columbia was chanting for Hamas. They're waving Hezbollah flags, Hamas flags. Hamas endorsed the crowd in the protest within an hour before we began to speak there on Wednesday. This thing is out of control. And the administrators who are allowing this need to be removed, and we've got to get control of these campuses. End of story. And we're going to continue to call this out. We're going to continue to call it for what it is. The university is intended to be the free marketplace of ideas. It's where you should have vigorous debate, thoughtful debate, consideration of weighty issues, and often you'll have very different opinions, vigorous disagreement. That's all great. That's what the First Amendment protects. This is not that. What these students are doing is shutting down the campuses, taking control of buildings. They are threatening their students' lives. They are chanting death to America. At some point, you cross the line, and they have. This is not protected free speech. What this is doing is violating the rights of others. Jewish students who are merely on campus trying to get an education, who are playing by the rules. They're impeded from going to class. They're impeded. They're told not to come onto the university campus where they are paying tuition and they have valid ID cards to be. When you cross that Rubicon and you begin to threaten the lives and intimidate and harass people to the point where they cannot engage in their freedom, then that is unlawful.